It's hard to imagine there was once an old alehouse at this junction at Doldrum. It was an old pub for miners, and it was called Doldrum Clock. No trace now. How do, folks? Yeah, I've been in a right flap this morning. It's been right showery, and I didn't really fancy going for a wild camp in rain, so we're on a knife edge this particular trip. And then because I left it, I were all in a rush getting my bag packed and stuff, and I'm convinced I forgot something vital. Anyway, I'm not too far from home if I need to turn back. Yeah, I've set off on a wild camp today from home. Forecasts were too changeable for going anywhere far for me, so I've set off from home, and then I have just walked up through the edge of the Python Valley, and I'm just on this old track that goes down to a place called Blackstone Edge, and from there I'm going to cross the M62 and then cut up Ower Edge to Blackstone Edge, and that's where I think I'm going to camp. This cottage here in Longdon End, I've got a bit of a family connection to. My great auntie Florrie and my great uncle Tommy lived there. Now, it used to be a waterboard house, and my uncle Tommy was waterman in this area, great uncle Tommy, and that was the house that they give him for the job. I never knew my auntie Florrie. She was my grandma's younger sister. She had quite a sad life by all accounts. The only things I've managed to glean from my family is he said she was bad with her nerves. It's sort of an old term, isn't it, for someone who suffers some depression, I guess. Anyway, she committed suicide in the 1960s. So yeah, I don't know much about my great auntie Florrie. I've got an old photo somewhere. We're just coming up to Longdon End Fulling Mill now, an interesting old building. It's derelict obviously now. I can't remember what a fulling mill is. It's something to do with animal skins. It's one of them old names that you don't hear much now. I can't remember. I'll look it up. Anyway, a mate of mine, when he was a lad, he told me, it must have been still in use then, he said he remembers coming up here and there were a big pile of sort of amputated horses' hooves outside. He must have been doing something with dead horses. That post back there, I've just filmed it, I'll show you my post. It's a way marker, and in the late 90s, early 2000s, I was a countryside ranger at Hollingworth Lake, and I put that post in. And I'm rubbish at DIY, proper numbskull, can't do anything like that. So I'm absolutely amazed, gosh, over 20 years ago, that it's still standing. Right proud of my post. I always give it a friendly pat when I go past. Just show you this over my shoulder here. This is called Dry Mere, and it's like a little tarn tucked away in the hills. And you can see it best when you're coming from the east, when you're dropping down off Blackstone Edge. But it's quite tucked away. And I recall a time when me and Lee were lads, we'd done a walk up Blackstone Edge, a right hot day, I don't know, late 80s or something. As we were descending down here, we looked down, there was a naked man sunbathing by the water's edge. And when he saw us, I think he got the shock of his life. He was scrabbling about for his clothes and stuff. So there's Blackstone Edge, and this is one of 3 sort of main ways up to Blackstone Edge. There it is. This is probably my favourite. You can access it quite easily from the north, from the White House pub on the A58. You can access it from the south along the Pennines way from the M62, or this way from the west along Lower Edge. And this is definitely my favourite. I like the reveal of Blackstone Edge when you come in this way. Well, I'm at Blackstone Edge now, but I'm south of the summit. I'm at a place called Sun End. I'm just trying to get a bit of shelter in the rocks. This rain's just not letting up at all. This is worse than the forecast said. It said it was going to be showery, then sort of peter out in the afternoon. But it's coming down heavier than ever now. I'm up here too early really to put the tent up. I can't imagine though any other bloody airbags like me up here in this weather. So I'll just sit it out a bit longer, just see if I can get semi-comfortable. Got some chicken satay and some salad leaves. Nice. Well, it's probably a little bit early to put the tent up, but I'll be honest, I've been sat around in the rain and the cold, and I was starting to get cold. Maybe I got here a bit early really, but anyway, I've put the tent up. I've just been scouting around for spots really. Found 2 really good ones, and this one is the first one I found, and it's sort of away from the ice, point of Blackstone Edge. Robin Hood's bed, and I'm at Sun End. It's a nice little spot this, so I'm just in my bag now. I'm going to warm up, have a warm drink, and then the rain has stopped now. Hopefully before it goes dark might be able to have a little bit of an explore of the area. I've just managed to nip out. I've just been up to Trig Point and enjoyed the scenes as the sun were lowering in the sky. It's all gone grey again now, and looks like there's more weather coming in. So I'm going to head back to the tent. But no, it's a shame because it's actually quite dramatic up here with the evening light. I can see the tent now over there, so there's some horrible weather coming. I'm going to leg it. I'm not a whiskey drinker, but I've had this little miniature for ages, so I'm going to have a little tot in my coffee. Can you hear that rain? Blooming nightmare. Yeah, so we're in the latter half of November, and it's the first wild camp of the autumn that I've got my full winter gear. I'm in the mountain equipment, helium 800 sleeping bag. I've got my thicker down jacket on to keep me warm. I've even got my down booties on to keep me warm. It's nowhere near freezing. I've just checked on the Kestrel. It's about 7 degrees, but there's definite dampness in the air, and it's making it feel cool. But I'm fine in here. I'm snug as a bug in a rug. Blackstone Edge is a very significant hill for me. I would say a walk up Blackstone Edge I did when I was 15 is probably my first, like, what I call hike, where I put some grub in a rucksack and came on what was a walk rather than just a bimbling about in the countryside or whatever. And the person I came with was probably the person who got me into proper walking. And he was a fella called Raymond who lived in the village. And he was a drinking pal of my granddad's, and he was a bit of a boozer, Raymond. And I had no chance of getting him on a walk when he was supping, when he was on one of his, like, supping sprees. So what I used to do, he hadn't worked for years, Raymond. What I used to do, I used to wait till he'd spent all his dole, and when he was skint, he was always keen to go for a walk. I don't know whether it, like, took his mind off the ale when he had no money. But he was a proper character. Probably sounds a bit weird in this day and age, like a teenage lad going for big walks over at moors with a bloke in his 50s. But he was good company, a funny bloke, and he had right good knowledge at local area and that. I learnt a lot from him. Anyway, we made a plan to come up Blackstone Edge. And we came up the way that I've walked up today over Our Edge. And it was a nice day, it was summer's day. I remember sitting on the rocks just near I'm camped now. And we had a picnic. I remember having my trusty boiled eggs even then that I like on my walks. We had a picnic up here, and then we walked up to Ice Point, and then we dropped down to this little brook at the bottom near Lidgate. And I remember my feet were pretty sore. I'd never done a massive walk like that. I think it was probably 10, 12 miles. And we cooled our feet in brook at bottom near Lidgate. Great day, great memories.
Intrigues us at the time, but do join us one way or another for the Today debate. Thank you for listening.
Right, it's nearly 10:30, and I think I'll be going to sleep soon. I've got a bit of wine left. I'm going to sup that, and then it'll be lights out for me. The rain has pretty much continued all night. Every now and again you'll get a couple of minutes respite, really, but no, it's just been quite persistent. Have I been whiling away the evening? I've been reading, listening to podcasts, listening to radio. Kathy's been texting me updates on the darts, the Grand Slam. Raymond van Barnevelt's beat Gerwin Price, so I'm pleased about that. So yeah, all in all, quite a good night. Anyway, like I said, that's it for tonight. I'm going to hit the sack soon, so I'll speak to you in the morning. Good night. Good morning. It's nearly 7:30. Nice little lighting for me. I had probably an iffy night's sleep, really. Not the best. It's very calm. It's very still. Everything's very, very damp. The times I was awake during the night, it was the same, on and off sort of rain and stuff. It's a little bit chilly as well this morning. So I'm going to grab something to eat, have a brew, and I'm just going to take it easy this morning. I'm not far from home, so no rush. It looks a bit finer outside as well, so I'm hoping I can walk home in the dry. Look at this here on my little foam mat. Had some nibbling. I've had a rodent visitation. Worked like that when I went to bed. That couldn't only have been mice or something at night. I don't know whether you can see right in the centre there, where's my finger? Just above my finger there, Pendle Hill. What an utterly splendid morning. It's brilliant. After the miserable conditions yesterday evening and all through the night, it's just so nice to just be up here. There's nobody about and the views are fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. See if I can highlight any of the things. I've just shown you Pendle Hill. I don't know whether you can see over there, Manchester's over that direction. There is Ollingworth Lake. And this way, we're looking into deepest, darkest Yorkshire. In fact, I think I'm just in Yorkshire here. The Lancashire-Yorkshire boundary goes right across the top of Blackstone Edge and Robin Hood's Bed. I don't know whether you've seen that. This is what I used to wipe the tent down. We've just come to a section of the moor called Red Myers, and now it's nicely paved, easy to walk upon, really quite pleasant. But once upon a time, and certainly when I was first coming up here as a lad and that, this were one of the boggiest, peatiest, slutchiest, worst sections at Pennines Way. It was utterly horrendous. You just could not get through it without getting like slutched up to the nines, just covered in mud and peat. And I don't know if you've read Wainwright's Pennines Way Companion, but he were really scathing about this section. In his usual sort of theatrical language, he was talking about giving up the ghost or something, or letting life ebb away. Yes, it was bad. So yeah, when they put the paving in, it made it right pleasant, really nice way up to Blackstone Edge. Lancashire County, Milner Local Board, not Greater Manchester. I've just arrived at Windy Hill here, and it's packed, and apparently a rugby player called Kevin Sinfield is doing something like 5 ultramarathons in 5 days. He's going to finish at Old Trafford today, so that's why everybody's here. So I'm going to hang about a bit, see if I can see him come past. He's due any time apparently. I'm hoping to get a sausage butty here, but I didn't bring any brass, so I'll have to wait till I get home. I've not got far home from here. Anyway, I hope you like that one. It wasn't far afield or anywhere exotic, but I didn't fancy going far with forecast being what it was yesterday. But yeah, the way things turned out, I had a nice time, a nice morning. Anyway, I'll try and show you this rugby player if I see him. Thanks for watching, look after yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Good work, Doc.